We're just waiting for them to start it up. And here we go.
Fariko versus Clockwork. Clockwork, a team that did very well in Frac Cup. Actually, I believe got a top 8 finish. Ended up being eliminated by, I believe it was, actually, I think it was Nova's team. It was Intake and them took him out, I'm pretty sure. So, actually, they're not playing. They didn't really get their gamer tags right, if you look.
Yeah, it looks like you just have Fury instead of Killa.
Yeah, so there you go. So let's soundboard with 2Quick at the break. 2Quick's always been a strong player for breakoffs, so let's see what he can do to start it off. Plaza having a really important first hill. Actually, so far, Sender got the last kill. Karma got the last kill. So let's hop on board with Clockwork, see if they can break this. 2Quick made a big 2-piece there. That's a 3-piece from 2Quick. Big plays there by Fariko, coming out really strong, and the first hill on this map is really important. Just like a bit like slums, it really affects the game in the second hill as much. It's really hard to give up on that main hill and then have to go around to red already and give up all that time, but it looks like they're going to have to start doing that.
One thing I was really expecting, and one thing I'm actually a little upset didn't happen, I was really thinking Lawless was going to come out and use the shotgun that he used in Frag Cup. I was hoping I'd see it. I heard good things about it, but it looks like he came out here ready to play, but unfortunately for his squad, Fariko putting it to him right now.
Yeah, let's have him over Killa here. Actually, the Lawless brings out a shotgun on hijacked only, I believe, and maybe like we'll see Killa pull out a lot as well on certain maps during this tournament. Not really this one. This is not really a good shotgun map.
Yeah.
It's really rare to get like close range gunfights, which is kind of like the whole object of a shotgun. But Killa is a big shotgun player as well. Probably the best shotgun player in the game, along with Lawless, in my opinion, from what I've seen. So, as we see right here, we're still on board with Killa. We see Clockwork finally getting some hill time here, getting some sort of control on some big kills and some big cutoffs there. Law's getting a big 2-piece. Stop over at Lawless here, as he's just got 2 kills and he's still in Dales. Seems like they can come back fairly close if they can control the rest of this hill. If you look on the minimap, pretty much they're going to try and break it. Laws makes a big first kill there. And they're making good plays, actually. This is really good setup. Like, if you look at the minimap, it's a really fundamentally strong setup. They're covering pretty much everything they need to cover, so it's all about getting the kills at that point.
Yeah, right there you do see Karma picking up a 2-piece. Lawless and Simps go down. And now you see Sender taking out John, Twisted with the knife into Karma. And there Sender goes down to 2Quick. Moving over to Twisted. He has the 100 killer as well as the rest of his score streaks, rather, excuse me. So it looks like they are going to start coming back. We saw, I believe it was a 35-0 lead to start it off. Now it is 60-40. So Clockwork's coming back into this. They're not going to give up without a fight.
No, for sure, and those score streaks can be. I feel like they should be using on this hill right here. This is the one hill that score streaks can be really effective on, and he's not using them. I'm not sure what's the thought process behind. A lot of teams have different opinions on how to use their score streaks effectively. In my opinion, it should be using either in a defensive situation or on the hill that you really like is open. Like example, like this map, you'll maybe get a kill or 2 on the side, on the corner hills, and then the inside hill you won't get anything. So this is the one hill where you'll get maybe like 2 or 3 kills and allow yourself to get a control. John actually picking up 3. The last time I'm over with John, he's starting to heat up. As if we look at the scores, 2 seems to be the one slaying for his team. John doing all right now in the kill dead department. But they are by 40, and they do seem to have control of the map at this point as they're starting to rotate. If you look at the map here, you can see Clockwork actually having to run across the map at this point, so they're really not in a good situation.
One question I do want to ask is, I know Clockwork, and I'm not sure if this is their first LAN, but they don't typically come out to a lot of the LANs from what I've seen. So when you have a team like Fariko that is known for attending everyone possible, unless whatever the circumstance may be, you think it helps or hurts Clockwork more when the fact that they're not used to LAN going up against such a strong team early?
Yeah, no, it definitely affects it, especially a team like playing the team like Fariko, who's been proven to be a really strong team at the start of a game like this. Inexperience comes into play, especially in LAN tournaments and in a best of 3 in a situation like this, where it's pretty much win or lose. Like we saw Envy lose to a team that they weren't necessarily supposed to lose to earlier. So anything can happen, and it's pretty much what it is to the point. Like you see Fariko is not taking any team lightly right now. Fariko is talking like they're starting to talk shit a bit, and you can't really hear them, but they are being vocal about how they're playing, and that's really good. It's good to see from Fariko. Let's see if Clockwork actually. This is a chance for Clockwork to come back here. As you can see, they're setting up in the middle hill, which is about to move there right now. If they can get some good time off this, they can come right back into this game. It's going to be huge. Let's hop on board with them. Let's see what Lawless is doing. Lawless being a really strong player for his team.
Yeah, you do see Sim picking up 2. 2Quick goes down. Lawless, though, down in the process, courtesy of Killa. And it looks like 2Quick playing very well for his team. 115-78 is the score, still in favor of Fariko.Impact. Moving around here, Sender taking out 2. And now you see Twisted helping him out as well. Picks up 1. John goes down. and they're too quick, trying to make something happen, but he goes down to Lawless and the PDW, and it looks like the PDW, the gun of choice thus far in this match. A lot of PDW kills on the feed. Now, I have to say that's due to the fact that in the land setting, based on what I've heard and what I've seen, the PDW is very hard to beat.
It's really good land.
Something like an MSMC, and even then, very difficult job.
It's the equivalent to an AR and SMG category, and as we see right here, Lawless and his team are coming back. They're only down by 10 now, and the hill's about to move again. They seem to have somewhat of control. We saw Lawless make a huge play there to kill on the flank guy coming to red. Gave him the good spawns for this next hill coming up. So the next hills coming up are really huge for both teams here. Lawless picks up one, picks up two. Great two-piece there, actually taking him out of the hill. And now you can see the entire Fariko team is stuck Dale's side. Whoever's in info is going to have to do some big work there as we're still on the board with Lawless, excuse me. Doing some he's doing some great plays on the hill, but his team kind of gave up the back of the control there. That was not a great play. As we saw, Fariko was pushing around the backside, come back towards the hill. They pretty much took the spawns over by doing that, and I don't think Clockwork really reacted to that very well, so it's going to cost him some time here.
One thing that really interests me is you talked before about how good the hardpoint game of Fariko.Impact is, and they started off strong, but now it looks like Clockwork has gathered their feet, they've gathered their composure, and they're coming right back, and it's a slugfest. You see both of these teams just exchanging kills. Right when Fariko starts to gain some momentum, Clockwork comes back, gains some momentum of their own. Fariko's starting to extend on their lead now, going up by 15 points in hardpoint, and it looks like they're trying to give themselves a comfortable enough lead to where they can kind of just coast to the end of this hardpoint on Plaza, but at the same time, I don't think Clockwork's going to let him have it. And you see Lawless doing a lot of work right there for Clockwork.
I'm impressed with Clockwork's composure right now. The Fariko's talking a lot, and they're getting some huge kills right now. This is some big time control for this hill, and Center makes another kill here. They're gonna tie this up right here, right now, and they have complete control of the map. As you can see, these are the war spawns you can get for the Debo hill. Is spawning inside because it forces you run through middle. The easy way to contest this hill is by coming through one of the side doors, which is what we're seeing Tuvik do right now. Tuvik and his team he's trying to get control of the spawns for his team. That was 4 down momentarily there for Fariko, 5 down, and that's, I mean, I'm impressed by Clockwork right now. They're doing some huge plays. Let's have a word Twisted here. He's racking up his score streaks. Actually got every score streak possible to his disposal. So there's some huge plays. They are 10 seconds up with this hill move to the corner here. Fariko starting to feel the pressure. This is never a place you want to be in. As you can see on the map, they're all stuck Debo. So in this situation, they got to try and push and break. And these are, actually that was a really bad death here by Twisted and his teammate. As you can see, they get terrible spawns across the map. This is the place where they should be using his score streaks. These are places you want to get map control. I'm not sure what you're using. What's your thought process on this? From your opinion, should he be using sorcerers right now?
I think maybe what's happening is that Twisted is starting to get in that panic state. He knows that right now his team needs to get back into this hill, or they need to at least rotate and start making their moves and setting up control in their favor again. We saw Clockwork go up, and now they're back down. You see a lot of reckless shooting like we just saw right there, just spraying in the frantic pace of Hardpoint coming into play. But now Clockwork is starting to gain some composure back.
That was some great
Lawless and Twisted coming up huge, but too quick right there. So clutch for his team. And you see Twisted has had these score streaks for a good minute and a half now, just sitting there while his team is letting Hardpoints just go to waste.
I think he's saving them for the last hill in case there's a clutch situation, which is a debatable fact. Everyone's going to have their own opinion about this, but these are the kills that people have to get. This is where the game ends. And actually, I believe Fariko got the best end of that Simp. Can Simp make plays? They got to break through this right now. If they don't break through this, it's going to be really hard to break for the rest of this time. And Karma picks up a clutch 2-piece. And he gets the 2-piece. Twisted making huge plays there. Actually, they do not get control as the team was still in spawn. And Fariko had 2 players on the way. Centerbait Dev was some huge plays by Fariko there. They do get control of this middle hill, and this is where they might bite themselves for not using those score streaks earlier, as they can pretty much close it out on this hill. If they can control the rest of this hill, it will be mathematically impossible for Clockwork to come back. Nonetheless, Clockwork makes some huge plays still, and still giving himself a chance. He gets a grenade kill and the kill after that, and he gets a 3-piece. Twisted is making huge kills, and there is 20 seconds left of this, so they can tie this up going to the last hill. Twisted has all his score streaks again. Let's see if any of his teammates. No, it's all going to be up to Twisted. Let's stay on board with him as he's doing some major work for his team. 28. He's got 9 capture and 9 defends. Makes some big plays, and they do have the spawns. This is the important fact that we can see Fariko only 1 player info. If that player info dies, I'm going to keep it on the overhead. If the player in Dale's that's top info on the left side of your screen right now dies, this is where Fariko is going to lose this map. That is the only player in any position to break a setup, and we see him die right there. That was a huge skill. I think it was Lawless making the play, and now they get map control and the lead. And there's 45 seconds left, and we have score streaks in the hand of Twisted here. This is Clockwork's game to lose.
Twisted is going off right now. You see Clockwork coming up big right there. Twisted finally goes down, and there are the score streaks right there. The Hellstorm coming in, looking to go up big. He actually takes
out
his
one, and that was on the
teammate,
teammate. Yeah.
Now they're in clutch time right here. They do have a short lead. They have an 11-point lead right now. You see him calling in the lightning strike, it looked like, but killing his teammate himself. Twisted, honestly, now, if they lose this game, it is all on his shoulders.
They gotta break this. They gotta break this now. This is it. This is it.
Do something big here.
Big play.
Twisted,
big Twisted. Twisted picks up 2.
He went huge. Right there, though, it looks like we are indeed going to see Fariko win.
That is it.
Twisted had it. Fariko was on their heels. You saw Fariko get that confidence in the beginning. Clockwork starts to come back. Rambo, this is what I'm worried about, though, in this next match. How does Clockwork come back from such a heartbreaking game?
That was just some misusage of score streaks, man. That was the nerves getting to you at that point. He had such a good advantage on that. And the problem with the score streaks is he called them while he was in the area, and his team was pushing it. This is something you got to do. Is when you break that hill, you can't spread them out. You have to pretty much all put them on the hill, and you pretty much don't go for like a big amount of kills at that point. You really want to get the key player on the hill. That's all you want to do. And he kind of went. He was a bit greedy on it. Put one outside the hill. His teammate ended up running towards the back. We saw him get team kill even with the Hellstorm. He kind of broke it early up, and instead of going straight pinpointing, he did 1 player or 2 players. He kind of killed. He spread it out, and that was pretty much pot luck at that point. Ended up killing one of his teammates, and that just came of it. That cost him the game straight up. We saw Twisted make some huge plays nonetheless, and he pretty much got to his team to that point. The 3-piece he got on the middle hill was it. If he did not get that 3-piece, that would have been game. They wouldn't have had a chance on the last hill, so he can't even put it on his shoulders for that. But that was some huge plays there by I'm really impressed by Clockwork's play there. Coming at Fariko's neck, right, pretty much at that point. Like, I like to say neck, but it's a bit disrespectful, but they were coming at their neck pretty hard there.
I mean, Fariko right there. I think anybody who's a Fariko fan in this chat at least was nervous about that. I was nervous. My thoughts were, Fariko loses this. I mean, granted, they have a tremendous amount of talent on the team. They are a great team, very talented. But at the same time, whenever you lose something like that, that could completely change the game. Now Clockwork has to come up big in this S&D.